Good morning. All right, I am back in Hannah Lynn's book here, Fairy Tale Princesses and Storybook Darlings. So, if you remember, we had done a redhead, and I know it's in here because we just did it last time. There we go. So, I got mine all finished. And now I thought, why not go ahead and go on over to blonde? So I'm going to zoom in just a bit here, but I want to stay in screen if I can. So if I don't move the book, that's in screen. Let's see if I can keep from moving the book. So I have pulled colors once again from can't even think. Geez, the Arteza pencils. So I have number 12, number 118, so a black, a brown, a reddish brown, 48. This one is actually called sienna brown. And then this one's camel, number 110. So it's more like a yellow ochre. And the brown that I picked, the darker one, is dark brown. And then the yellow that I picked is 77, and it's turmeric. That's going to be more like your true yellow. Okay? And then I picked 75, which is ivory. Now 75 in this is more of a buttery cream, light yellow than an ivory. So I've gone ahead and done the ivory over all these areas. So once again, I've done the areas on top, the ones where it looks like would have the most light shining. Okay, just like before. Okay, so I've done all that. Now this is actually down underneath this one, so that's why I didn't do any on there. Okay, so that was easy enough. So now that's my first color. Then my second color, I'm using the turmeric, number 77, and hopefully this is right side up for y'all. It's upside down for me. And I'm going to come in here and start going around that first color. Now remember, I don't want to go all the way to the edge there because I want to leave some of the tooth in the paper for the next color to come in. And then I'll come in ever so lightly into that first color. Okay, then same thing here. Going to be coming through, coming up to this lighter area. Okay, like I said, hair is not hard. You just need to watch the direction that everything's going. Now, like right here, I think, okay, is that a piece of hair or is this a little wispy? And then that's her face. Now, I'm saying it's hair, but then I don't see it connecting down here, but I don't see this neckline coming over for it to be her face. So I'm calling it hair. So you will have places like that in your books. I would like to say from time to time, but to be honest with you, it happens a lot. It really does. So I'm coming through here, just coming right up next to that first yellow, in this case, the ivory. Okay, now I can put some of this under here. around. Just going around those other areas. Now that is her arm, so I'm not doing that. So you do have to slow down long enough to take into account these other areas that are in there. And right now I'm basically getting a little bit of color on the page. And some people would be like, okay, she's done. That's good. All good. But I want her to look more like what's over on the other side here. So I'm going to go over to my next color, which is Camel. And now I'm going to start looking at what comes in where. Okay, so this is behind this. So it's going to get a little bit of darkness there so that this other piece really just pops to the front. And then here's a V. You know, I'm all about coloring those V's. So I'm going to get that. Here's V's. And this is actually behind, so I can do all of that. Here's some V's going down this way. Here's V's coming up this way. V coming up. V going down. Then here and there. Here's some back behind there. So you're going to learn as you're coloring to look for what's behind, what's in front, where are the V's. See, like all this right here is coming out of that. But then I'm going to get real light real quick because we go into that light area. Yeah, it's storming here, so hopefully I don't lose power and I get this whole video out. If not, y'all will never know because you just won't get the video. It's actually evening right now, but I plan on posting this in the morning. So, and you can see I'm just coming through here getting these V's. And this is where she goes from just yellow hair to having some of that golden through there. Now this, I'm not sure what that is. So I'm going to do it like hair because if I don't, I've got to figure out what to do with it later. I just soon color it now as hair and not worry about it. And by putting a little bit of color here, it just popped this whole piece up some. Now I'm going to push this back a little because this is on top. There, because this one's on top. I'm going to get all the way across here. That's right, because this is on top. Here's V. Here's a V. Now I'm doing that stroke again. Did you see what I was doing? So it kind of blends as I go. Here's the paper. Here's the pencil. I hit it and then lift up, hit and lift, hit and lift. And by doing that, it's going to automatically help me blend those areas. But if you've been watching my videos for very long, you will notice, and I'm just going over the top of that black. If I need to, I can come back over it with black pencil. I went back over this with black pencil. Yeah, you'll notice that I always come through with my lighter color at the very end and do the blending with it instead of using a colorless blender or a blending stump or anything like that, because this way I'm still just adding more color to the page. And can you already see how much this has changed from just it being the yellow, the two shades of yellow, just by coming in here with this other color? And then it's going to change even more when I come in with the 2 browns and the black, although I'm going to use them very sparingly. Yeah. All right, and I have noticed right here, so I'm going to add that color real quick. Just if you notice spots that you missed, you can go back and hit them when you see them. You don't have to wait till you're blending later. All right, so now I'm on my first brown. Okay, that's sienna brown, that was 48. And I'm going to come in and hit some of these V's. See how dark I made some of this? It's just giving depth. You really want to get depth in there, then you're going to have to make some areas darker to come up and make those lighter areas really pop. Okay? If everything doesn't blend right off, first time through, we're not worried about it. We're going to come through with that ivory and blend everything in a little bit. So don't stress over it. Coloring is supposed to be fun, not stressful. The only stress I have right now is trying to get done before we lose power if we're going to. I thought the storm had already gone the rest of the way through when I picked up my pencils and started the video, but obviously not. That's all right, we'll get it. We will get her done. So if the videos are helping you and you're enjoying it, I do my videos for free, but there is a spot if you follow along across the top of your phone where it says about, and you can click that, and there's a little place there where you can just throw in a donation if you'd like. What I am really hoping is that I can get enough donated that I can get the full large set of these Arteza pencils. That's my goal. I do not work outside the home. I did make masks, but thank God we're almost done with that. We've not sold any masks in quite a while now. And I do a few little odd crafty things, but as far as regular paychecks, we just don't have anything because we're older. I just had a birthday. I am 60. I used to paint for Neiman Marcus and Nordstrom's, and COVID put a stop to all of that. I used to paint on the perfume bottles for them. So it was about 15 to 20 days out of the year. It was fun, but it's done. Is what it is. All right, now I'm going to go to that darker brown, okay? It's the dark chocolate, because now I'm going to really get in here and do some of these. So now, anywhere where it's really tucked back in there, you don't want to do this all over because you don't want to get too awfully dark, but you want to do the bigger sections, okay? You see what I'm saying here? It's just kind of hitting at it. Then we're going to come in with black and do some. And that's going to be very sparingly. But you can see the difference it makes. It's just tucking those colors back in there and giving us that added depth. And now you can really see a difference in this and that yellow that we started out with that was just a bit of color. Okay. Really getting that dark in there. Put a little bit more over there. Now, before I do the black, I am going to blend. Just because black is such a harsh color that if a bit of it sticks on my pencil, I'm going to drag black through the yellow, and I really don't want to do that. But you can see how well these are blending. They're not as creamy as a Prismacolor, but I do like them. I don't care for my Prismacolors as much after having used them again this last week, after not using them for so long. They just seem so soft, and I'm heavy-handed, so I really crunch down on them. So it's almost like they're melty sometimes, and I just don't care for that. So I enjoy these. I also enjoy my Marco Renoirs, not the Marco Raffines. I have both. The Marco Raffines are more scratchy to me. Okay, now if the power goes out, it'll be okay, because you've seen enough of what we're doing. We don't lose power a lot. Now, during Snowmageddon, because you know we don't get that much snow here in Texas, but we did get that big snow where a lot of our grids failed. Yeah, we were part of that. So, but other than that, we don't generally lose power that often. Now, they have said that we may lose some in the summer, which is going to be bad because of our heat. But they've said it just may be too much on the grids after the winter we had. I'm just like, no. All right, so you can see where it's like super dark here. So that's what I'm going to go back now and hit. And I did see something as I was coming. Oh, as I was coming through, see how this goes tucked underneath? And I missed that. So I'm going to come back and grab these colors and add that in. So anytime you miss, just go back and grab your colors, do them in order, and you'll be able to add. There we go. See how that looks like it's tucked underneath there now? It's exactly what I wanted. And I can come in here and blend this even more. I just don't want to spend the time right now doing all that blending. Okay, so now the black. So like right there, right here at the tip, and here. So it's kind of the places where you did the brown before, but don't go too much on it, because she doesn't have black hair. She's got blonde hair, but it's just giving it depth. Look at this before and then after. See how it looks like it's tucked back under there now? Same thing up here. Just a little, now and then. And then I will go over these eyelashes. And I can go over them more after I do the rest of that. Okay? And that's really it. Just not real hard. Okay? Now we have our blonde. Did you notice that this side is lighter than this side? Okay, 2 reasons. One reason is because I did this first. Kind of need to color all at the same time, because you do end up with different amounts of pressure with your pencils. So I usually try to do all of one thing during one sitting. But the other thing is maybe the light is shining from this side, so all of this is casting a shadow on this. So that's going to be my story that I'm going to stick to. All right? But anyway, I'm going to sit and just do some more blending. I appreciate you stopping in. If you give me a thumbs up, that would be awesome. If you've got any questions, anything that you'd like videos done on in coloring, let me know that. I guess that's it. I'm not really thinking of anything else. Just doing some more blending. So you can blend until there's no tooth left in that paper. And then you either have to spray it with a workable fixative or call it done. Okay. Hope you've enjoyed. I'm so thankful you stopped by, and I will see you hopefully in a few days again. All right. Bye-bye.